Mr. Reynolds?
Yeah, just a couple thoughts. One is I think that the one thing that we all agree on is that the parking system is complicated. And I also think that everybody hates the parking authority so much, it's hard to have a rational conversation about some of these things sometimes. With people, when you hear fines, and I credit both Mr. Callahan and Dr. Van Wert for their comments here. I think going forward, there's not a reason why we can't do both of these things. I think if you look at a potential pilot program, which I think is an idea that's absolutely worth exploring. It has to be done by ordinance, and it would have to include fine increases that council is going to control. Just like over the past couple of months, as people have talked about how we gotten to this point by which the mayor controls some parts of parking, parking authority controls some parts of parking, council does. Because the system is designed like that, I do agree with Dr. Van Wert that City Council should have some ways to influence that conversation. I also agree with a lot of what Mr. Callahan had said. Is that like we are not going to make people. We could just do away with fines completely. That's something council could do, and then people wouldn't put money in the meter because there'd be no reason to. But going forward, I think that both of these ideas have merit, and I think that the process by which to create a pilot program and the amount of details that are included in there as far as how do you do the signage, how long, where is it, all of that is worthwhile. And I think the idea, we need to write less tickets. I said that last meeting. Mr. Livingston was shaking his head. It is the single worst thing that I think goes on with anything having to do with parking, is that people hate getting a parking ticket. They hate the emotional feeling of it. They hate everything about it. So we probably need to do a couple of different things. We probably need to do both of these ideas to find ways to reduce the amount of tickets that are being written. Because whether or not it's anecdotal or emotional or not, it does affect some people's ability to want to park in our downtown. So I think that it's a good idea I think it's always a good idea to talk about the parking system because it is complicated, and you never can use one sentence that sums everything up, because as Mr. Callahan said, different businesses want different things, restaurants want different things, retail want different things, but at the same time, other cities are clearly doing different things that involve some type of free parking here, that at least anecdotally from afar seem as if they're appreciated by the people. So I think going forward, I do think we should have a vote on this in 3 weeks. But I also think that as a city council, we should take a look at some of the different ideas, such as the idea of creating a pilot program, which will not be a simple process. But I do think that we should weigh in on that conversation. We should be involved in that conversation going forward as a way to look at all the different options here. So I think both of these ideas are worthwhile and things that I'm signing me up for. Thank you.